Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Pauline, Madam President, for your words of introduction, for the invitation to be here. Thank you for your outstanding leadership of the NALEO community and the people of Dallas. Thank you also for NALEO CEO Arturo Vargas. Thanks to you for your great leadership, your decades of long commitment to bringing more Latinos into politics renews and enriches our American democracy. More than 40 years ago, Edward Roybal altered the course of Congress and our nation when he founded two pillars of progress for Latinos, the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and NALEO. Since then, NALEO has been on the front lines of the fight for equality, fairness, and opportunity. Because of your leadership here tonight, all of you, more Latinos than ever are organizing and mobilizing, running and winning, leading and serving at all levels. NALEO, your work is a beautiful living tribute to the life and leadership of Ed Roybal. Now, I served with Ed Roybal in the Congress of the United States, and it was a great source of pride and knowledge for me. I learned so much from him. He served our Congress with great brilliance, with great dignity, and great generosity of spirit in bringing the newer members, I was a newer member at the time, along. Many people don't know, but Ed Roybal, when I came to Congress, my big issue was fighting HIV and AIDS, and Ed Roybal was one of the first people in the Congress of the United States. As an appropriator, he put money in for AIDS funding. And so for this and so many other reasons, known and unknown to so many people about his tremendous leadership. And I say with some pride that I have been a recipient of the Ed Roybal Award before. But all of the things that he did, nothing brought a bigger smile to his face, a gleam to his eye, and was a source of pride to him than when Lucille Roybal Allard succeeded him in the Congress of the United States. He was so proud, and I know he and Mrs. Roybal in heaven are so proud of her great leadership in the Congress, also on the Appropriations Committee. She's actually a cardinal. That means that she's the chairperson of a subcommittee of the Appropriations Committee. She led us magnificently in the recent budget fight. She opened up government, she protected our border, and she did so while honoring the values of our country. As our chair of that committee, thank you, Lucille, for your tremendous, tremendous leadership in the Congress. How proud Eddie would be. I had the pleasure of sitting several seats down from him on some of the subcommittees on appropriations. He was one of the best members of Congress that many of us could ever say that we served with. And now we say that about Lucille, Congresswoman, Madam Chair, Lucille Roybal Allard. Today, we also pay tribute to another icon of the Latino political community, former Congressman, our dear friend, a chair, what we call a cardinal, a chair of an appropriations subcommittee, Ed Pastor. We're honored to be here tonight with his wife, Irma, his daughters, Yvonne and Laura. Thanks to this family for sharing Ed with a Congress in the country. In December, I had the great honor of, and sadness, but the great honor of bringing the condolences of the Congress to Phoenix for Ed's memorial service. And I brought with me a flag that was flown over the Capitol in honor of his life and legacy. The American flag waved over the Capitol in honor of Ed Pastor as a trailblazer, the first family member to attend college, the first Latino to represent Arizona in the Congress of the United States, and one of the first to shine a light on the need to protect our dreamers. He was a very early protector of the dreamers. And then Lucille Roybal Allard picked up that banner. That flag waved in Eddie Pastor's honor of his deep patriotism, his great love for our nation, our troops, and our veterans that he showed as a member of the Intelligence Committee and the Appropriations Committee. We have a thing about this Appropriations Committee, don't we, Lucille? And that flag waved in honor of his profound commitment to bringing more Latinos into our politics and to mentoring others so that the Congress could reflect more fully the beautiful diversity of our nation. We know that Ed Pastor and Ed Roybal would both be so proud of the extraordinary progress that has been made to bring much more diversity to the halls of Congress. As Speaker of the House of Representatives, it gives me incredible pride to serve along with a record-shattering 38 members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, including 10 freshman members. These members have shattered records and broken down barriers. They've helped change the face of our representation and the future of our nation. We're thrilled tonight to honor one of those trailblazers and change makers, Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia. As was mentioned by the distinguished president of the organization, Sylvia also was president of NALEO. For 3 years, she led the organization. So I know that her great leadership is well known to all of you. I was just with her in her district in Texas this past week, and I once again, on other occasions as well, but once again saw the great esteem with which she has held the love that her constituents have for her. But I also want you to know how respected she is, effective from the start as a new member of Congress. She came to Congress empowered by the love of her family and inspired by the love of our country. Sylvia made history this November. She made history by being one of 2 women elected to Congress from Texas this time, who were the first Latinas ever to serve in the Congress of the United States. She did this along with Congresswoman Veronica Escobar, again, also of Texas. It's amazing it took so long, and then 2 of them walk in and make all this change. Right now, she is a champion serving on the Financial Services Committee, but also on the Judiciary Committee, and aren't we proud of the work she's been doing on the Judiciary Committee right from the start, well known to the country. Thank you, Sylvia. Like Ed Roybal, Sylvia's life and career have been dedicated to advancing progress for Latinos and for the entire nation. She is a voice for the voiceless, dedicating herself to protecting the most vulnerable members of our community as a social worker, a legal aid worker, and as a leader who has served at every level of our government. She is a champion for our children, fighting to defend families' right to affordable, quality health care, to wipe out the scourge of human trafficking, and to promote the safety of students. In Congress, Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia is a pioneer for progress, leading the way to build an economy that works for all, not just the wealthy and well-connected. An economy that works for you and you and you and you. Ensure that all children and workers have the education needed to thrive in the 21st century economy. Protect dreamers and TPS recipients. She's right in the lead on that. Temporary protected status. And last but certainly not least, or even the end of the list, to pass comprehensive immigration reform that honors our values and respects the dignity and worth of all. Thank you, Sylvia Garcia, for that. Sylvia, I know I speak for every member of Congress when I say it is a privilege to serve with you in Congress. On behalf of the U.S. House of Representatives, thank you for your leadership and congratulations on this well-deserved honor. What a thrill it will be for you to display with great pride in your office I'm calling him Eddie, the Edward Roybal Award, and how proud Ed Roybal would be to have his name displayed in your office as you take your constituents into the future, made brighter by your leadership. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Now, am I supposed to present something here? Is that the deal? Or is that I'm just talking about it? Whatever it is, congratulations. And thank you for your great leadership. Thank you, NALEO, for your leadership, for making the future brighter for everyone in our country. Thank you so much.